Welcome to Superstitions and Traditions. I'm Kristen.
And I'm Ainsley.
And this is our podcast about history and all of its shenanigans and inventions and all of the things that make and shape us today. And today is product review.
Yes.
We are going to talk about a product.
What product?
It is called the folding cabinet bed.
Oh, I want one of those. That it folds in.
It folds into like a little buffet looking cabinet thing.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
It was invented by Sarah E. Goode, and she was the first Black American to receive a patent in the United States.
Oh, cool. What's that?
Like the rights to the invention.
Oh, okay.
Like she made it, designed it, filed the patent so that if somebody comes and copies her
she can
plan, yeah. So she lived in a small apartment in Chicago. Okay. So she was born into slavery. After the Civil War, she was freed. She moved to Chicago, lived in a small apartment, and needed space, and came up with this idea and invented this bed so that it was a roll-topped desk during the day.
Oh.
And folded out into a bed at night.
Yeah, okay.
Save space in a small apartment.
Yeah.
It had hinge sections. So it could be raised up. It could be lowered down. She put a lot of thought into this. And she filed the patent in July of 1885. At this time, the 1880s and 1890s saw lots of huge chunk of patents were filed by African Americans that had recently been freed.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Because they had created all of these amazing things but didn't have rights to file patents and things like that. So once they got the right to do that, they filed their patents.
Yes.
Her husband was a carpenter, so she made the design and he was able to help her build it.
That's good.
And they invented it together, I'm sure, but the patent was filed in her name. And it made life better for them.
That's good. That's great.
I know it. Had compartments it was a desk, so there were hidey holes and things that you expect to see on a desk for stationery and different supplies. And then at night could fold out into a bed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's cool.
I know, it is cool. It is cool. Moved to Chicago and started a furniture store.
Oh.
And one of the problems she was seeing from her clientele that were mostly working class was they needed seating and beds, but we're in tiny apartments because we're also in the Gilded Age at this time too.
Yeah.
So at this point in time, like the working class, middle class was kind of wiped out.
Yeah.
So there was no real middle class. It was you were either wealthy or you were poor.
Yeah.
So tiny apartments, not enough space you had to choose between a desk and a bed until her invention.
Yes.
It was the precursor to the Murphy bed, which is like the bed that folds up in the wall.
Yeah, see, that's the bed I want.
Uh-huh.
Which I don't need that now because well, apartments nowadays are crazy. But but yeah, I don't really need one of those beds. But I think I've always liked them. I saw them on Full House the first time. My first time ever was on Full House.
Really?
Because Rebecca and Jesse's bed
folded
up into the wall.
I remember that. When
'Cause
they
he got
made the
stuck.
apartment in the attic.
Yeah, because he got stuck in the attic. He got stuck in it because Joey folded it and then they couldn't get it back down.
That's
So
awesome.
he got stuck there for a second when they were building it.
That's awesome. Well, Murphy beds exist because of Sarah E. Goode. Not to be confused with the Salem witch Sarah Goode. That was... Anyway, that was a little side note. Entrepreneur owned a furniture store, the first Black woman to receive a U.S. patent in 1885.
Yes.
And then she died 20 years later in 1905.
Fun.
I guess. I mean, if you think death is fun.
Well, I mean, what am I supposed to say?
I guess that's true. Why do you say that?
She died at exactly 100 years before I was born.
That is true.
Yeah, because I'm 2005.
Mm-hmm. She was 55 years old when she died.
Oh, that's young.
Yes,
but not in that time.
Yeah, that wasn't terribly young for that time.
That was kind of above average, wasn't it?
It was right along life expectancy. At that time was around 50, 60 years old. All right. Well, anyway, that is our invention.
Yeah.
What are we rating it?
100 out of 10. I love it.
100 out of 10. Okay. All right. I'll agree with that. It was a good product.
I know. I love when things can be made into something to make it more convenient and like just so you don't have to choose between one or the other.
Right. And having recently converted to tiny home living.
Yeah, literally.
Products like these are good for us.
Yes. Exactly.
I mean, if you think about like a camper.
Yeah.
Those beds, like the tables fold out, none of that would have existed had she.
Yeah, literally.
Her idea. I love the idea though of the desk.
Yeah, that was nifty.
Mm-hmm.
That was
So it's a functional piece of furniture.
that you also get to sleep on.
Uh-huh. Either way, whether it's folded up or in a bed. Whereas like a Murphy bed, it's a bed when it's folded down and then it's a wall.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I like
no hate against the Murphy bed.
No, I love a good Murphy bed too. But I do like the idea of it being functional either way.
Yeah, me too. I really like that.
So, all right. Got anything else to say?
No,
No.
I don't think so. You
Okay.
got shiny lipstick.
I have shiny lips today.
It's sparkly.
I always sparkle. I have a sparkling personality.
Okay. If you say so.
You disagree?
Not totally.
You occasionally disagree?
Yeah, when I'm mad at you.
You partially disagree?
Yeah, when I'm mad at you.
My personality sparkles hard when you're mad at me.
Well, like when you say something, whenever literally I have said when we got into an argument, I have looked at whoever I was with and been like, as soon as we got off the phone, I was like, well, she got a terrible personality.
Does my personality change by the day?
I think you have multiple personalities. Just kidding.
I have multiple personalities, okay.
Yeah. No, literally one time I got off the phone and I was talking to, it was probably Trista, I don't know. And I was like, well, we got bad Kristen today. We didn't get no good Kristen. And I don't even know.
You didn't even give me a different name?
No, what? Were you supposed to be Rose?
I mean,
Rose.
At least give me a good name. All right. Well, thank you guys for watching. Let us know what you think about the bed.
Not about the multiple personalities.
Not about bad Kristen. All right. Come back and see us. Thank you for watching.